We currently have the best deal of the year live now on PoodleCFB.com. If you use code FLASH, capital F, you get $65 off the annual plan, or if you use code FLASH 2025, capital F, you get $6 off the monthly plan. You unlock exclusive spreadsheets, in-depth info, and our members-only Discord. Come join thousands of other members in the fastest growing and best CFB Dynasty community out there. Don't miss out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Poodle back with another CFB 26 video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to dominate recruiting and easily unlock Elite Recruiter. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out PoodleCFB.com. We just added so many new features. We just added a deal breaker play style sheet, which basically breaks down all the playing style deal breakers. As you guys see on my left here, the bane of CFB existence right now is all these guys trying to transfer because of playing style. So we broke it all down to a sheet for you to easily understand what each position actually requires to retain them. This should help you guys with transfers. We also added the adaptive AI, the no huddle, the offensive or defensive aggression, and a few other things to the sheet. We also just added a recruit tracker, which is an all-inclusive recruit tracker that includes your 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, your positions, their archetypes, the calculation, which is super helpful. We have more updates coming soon, and that doesn't include all the other things we already have over there that you probably already heard about. So make sure to check it out. And of course, use code FLASH capital F for $65 off the annual plan, or code FLASH 2025 capital F for $7 off the monthly plan. Come join thousands of members and join the fastest growing and the best CFB 26 community out there. You won't regret it. Let's get into it. So guys, for reference in this video, I'm going to show you a league that I joined in late. I joined this league in week 2. I missed the preseason. I missed week 0. I missed week 1. But thankfully, the strategy that I utilize in my, what I'm going to call pre-Elite Recruiter era versus post. Recruiting's broken into 2 eras. Before you have Elite Recruiter and after. Before, you are solely focusing on Elite Recruiter. And as you can see here, the strategy is so strong that I'm about to secure a top 5 finish, only 15 or 18 points behind here. And if you look at the rest of my recruiting board, I'm about to commit this guy. I'm about to commit this guy. I'm about to commit this guy. This is a competitive 32-man online league. About to commit this guy. About to commit this guy. About to commit this guy. And this guy. And quite honestly, I would have had a few more if I didn't get knocked out by deal breakers because of my championship contender. These guys all took me on after because I joined late and I already had a bad record, so my championship contender's in the toilet. But as you guys see, about to secure a top 5 class, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to set up your board, how to do this to dominate pre-Elite Recruiter. After, I'm going to divvy it up a little bit to show you guys what you can kind of change from that point on. But let me start a fresh new Dynasty and show you what I'm doing. Now guys, why am I using USC? I'm trying to replicate exactly what I did in the other ones to show you guys what I'm doing. Now, a few things that do help you with this is having Program Builder, Strong Roots, and Relationship Builder completely maxed out. That helps a lot. I didn't have it in the other league, so it's not necessary, but it does help. Now, I'm talking top-end optimization. Once you have your coach built up and you have Program Builder and all that's great. You can still do it without it. The strategy I'm going to implore and show you guys here in this video is very simple to follow. It just requires some thinking and strategy at each specific advance. So the first thing you want to do is come over to your board and start recruiting. Now, when recruiting, guys, we're talking pre-Elite Recruiter right now. Pre-Elite Recruiter, don't do what I'm literally going to show you what not to do. Don't do this. Don't go in and just go like this, or like go like this. Grab these guys, a few guys on the board. Don't start looking at them like this. All right, this guy right here. Ooh, 86 speed. Yeah, I don't want this guy off my board. I'll pass. Pre-Elite Recruiter, that's not how we're operating. Guys, the way I do it is so thoughtless. It's almost like running a business in a factory. You're focused on like ROI here. You're not focused on anything else. You don't know their names. You don't know what they do. This is literally how you do your board. Each and every time. You filter by interest. 5 stars, guys. Look above. If there's users above you here that are easily going to knock you out, Oregon, LSU, don't worry about it. As you guys saw, I did that all with 4 stars. So what I like doing is doing this. I go through and I add every first, second, and third guy on my board. And this is going to be the bulk of my board for the first few weeks. Let's take these guys off. So what you're going to do is you want to do that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go through and look at who are your best chances to win each one. Because we're looking for quantity, not quality. Pre-Elite Recruiter. I'll go through how we change this up. So once you're in this way, you want to look through and see. So let's filter by interest. That's what I'm starting with. Okay. So I'm first here. Obvious scholarship offer. That's fine. First here, obvious scholarship offer. First here, obvious scholarship offer. Now we're in the second. Okay, so I'm going against LSU. Now, typically, what I'd say is LSU likely can beat you here. That's a user, let's say, that's Georgia. But remember, LSU and Georgia are going to be going at the big fishes. They're not going to be focusing on this 4-star corner, likely, especially if he's not the greatest stat-wise. So I wouldn't even take him off your board. And that's the beauty of being top 3 on all these guys, because a lot of the big guys that you're going to have to like struggle against are likely going for the 5 stars first, and they'll come back to these guys later. So your key thing is to lock everyone out before they come back to come clean house. So what I do is I use my first set of points and offer scholarships to my whole board. Get this up to about 32 on all your top guys in your 1st and 4th interest spots. Once you actually lock them in, then you take it a step forward. And I'm not going to go through all of this process. I've showed you guys in my best recruiting method video how to kind of follow the process. But what you want to do is lock all these guys in. Then the following week, at advance, you come through and you see where the offers lie. So I'll show you guys that much at least. Let's go through there. All right, so our scholarships are on. We can advance. And really, all I got to show you guys is this first week or two, and you'll understand the process basically going forward. Then I'll take you back over to the other league to show you what I'm currently doing. So let's go through here and show you guys exactly what this looks like. So now let's go to recruiting. Once we're in here, you can clearly see where we stand on some guys. So let's sort by interest. All right, so all we're competing with is Florida. We have a big bonus. I'm staying in the battle here. That guy's getting points. First here, that guy's getting points. First here, but we're not going against any big name users. SMU, TS, TCU are the only ones likely not even chosen in your league, depending on the size of your league. They stay on the board. Like I told you, with some of these guys, LSU and Alabama aren't going after this guy because it's a 4-star. They're going after the 5-star QBs first. So what you want to do is basically lock all these guys up. Because if you can get this into the top 8, you lock out that bottom team. If you can get this into the top 5, you lock out Texas. And then by the time they get in, that's where the rug pull method comes in crazy. So go through, assess your board, see who's going to get your 800 hours. Basically, like right here, oh, it's only Duke. I'll take that one. Ooh, Oregon and Colorado. Colorado has elite recruiter if they kept Dion. Oregon's really good. Let me see if there's a better place to put my points. Texas and Bama. I likely stay out of this one. And this is going to be basically like just playing the game of avoidance, taking your best return on investment. And that way, when I give 15 to 20 guys points, I'm leaving with 15 to 20 recruits. But the key is how I'm going to get 22, 25 in the other league total is going to be this next part. So now that we've assessed who's what and who's where, look at some of these guys right here. No one's going against you, right? No one's going against you on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 50 points on this guy for the first week. And remember, apply this to all your other guys that do in the situation, 50 points. Then next week, if no one puts another offer and I take a huge lead, I'm taking the points off of this guy. And what I'm doing is every single week is checking out this list right here. This is key. This is really what I did, and this is so key. I'm filtering by offers on 4 stars. So what I'm doing is, notice there's no offers on any of these guys. All these free 4 stars that went unrecruited. In an online league, there's probably going to be less of these guys. But what you do is you want to lock up as many as you can. So how you lock guys in is, let's say this. Okay, so we're going to add this guy back now. So let's say this first guy that we said is going unrecruited against. This guy from TCU is not going against you. So the first week right now, you'd put 50 points on him, or whatever points you have. Next week, you have a huge lead. No one's competing against you. You know what you do? You come, you take the points off, and you sit on him because you know you locked it up. You're in the top 8. No one else can sneak in on you, and you see what people are doing. Then what I'll do is I'll go to that new guy we just added, and I'll quickly try to get some bonus on him. Like, see, this guy went unrecruited. So I'd be like, okay, that's easy. I'll get back on let me get on his board. Let me get on this guy's board. And now I'll lock them up. And what I do is I just strategically keep cherry picking and locking guys up. And what I mean by locking up is I take enough of a lead that no one's going to compete. So right now, if Ohio State's going after all these 5 stars, he's not concerned with Rayshawn Mankins. Now, if you let this guy sit unrecruited until about week 1 or 2, once Ohio State decides, okay, I'm losing that guy, once their board's filled out the way they want it and they have some excess points to play with, they're going to start dropping guys they're going to lose, and they're going to see this guy, Rayshawn Mankins, and they're top on the board. You know what they're going to do? They're going to go throw a scholarship at him, hoping to get an insta-commit. And even if not, they may just go for him. It's a good 4-star to add to their board. So you have to play the inverse game here. All the top dogs or the best recruiting programs are going to go after the big guys first, then they're going to follow my strategy of playing that second half cleanup where they come through and they start attacking all the extra things available for them to round their class out. They brought in their 7 5-stars. Now they're going to need 5 to 10 4-stars, 15 4-stars to round their class out because they put all their assets at the big fishes. Your goal is to lock up every 4-star while everyone else is fighting over the big stuff. While they're fighting over the 99 speed 4-star, you're going for the 91. You're going for the 391 speed 4-stars that no one touched. And that's kind of the key. You're going to keep doing that over and over again. And now I'm going to take you guys back to my USC board so you can see kind of how I'm doing this. You strategically want to keep going back and doing this. So I'm back in this one. I'm going to show you guys exactly what this looks like in terms of how I played this game week in and week out. And it's very contingent on checking every single week to see the offers. So for instance, The reason I beat Ohio State here, or I'm about to beat Ohio State, is because, like I said in that other picture of that one Ohio State battle that I was gonna have, Ohio State was first on the board. What I did was I spent the weeks while he was fighting for big fishes getting my interest up, and by the time he joined this battle, he couldn't, despite his elite recruiters, couldn't seem to catch me here. And that's what I do with a lot of guys. So for instance, this guy right here, I've had this guy on my board since that week 2. It is like week 12 right now, or whatever it is. How did I not commit him yet? What I did was I got us into the top 5 and locked it, and Miami was in second, and my lead was this big. The lead you see right now, minus the shade, that was my lead. Once I saw that lead, I went in, I took my 50 off, and then I went to the prospect board, and I found a guy at the bottom to toss on there, right here. And I found another guy to toss on there, right here. Unfortunately, I got screwed because I got deal breaker locked out. But what you're doing is basically just going through, and you're getting enough interest to scare people away, and you're just rug pulling. It's like rug pulling, but on repeat. When you're a bigger school, you do it with your few key recruits. What I'm doing is I'm just rug pulling and rotating over and over again. This guy has a huge lead. Typically, I'd rug pull right here. The reason I did it is because I'm actually now like week 11, week 12, whatever it is, and we've run out of players. So I've officially capitalized and maxed out. Using this method, I'm gonna bring in, let's see, 1 right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total guys. I lost some because of deal breakers too. It could have been bigger. 7 plus 15. I'm gonna bring in 22 4-stars with a 3 to 4 week delay, and everyone else had a head start on me. Had I did this from week 0, I probably could have brought in a lot of these guys first, then did more. I could have probably brought in about 25 to 34 stars as USC as a custom coach. And it could be so much more powerful if I had program builder, if I had elite recruiter, had I had a head start, had I gotten a little, had I actually been able to play the games from the start and didn't get championship contender locked out and other things on a lot of guys, this could have been even crazier. Guys, if you want like exact guide strategies, join PoodleCFB.com. I'm finishing up the guide this week. Hopefully it will be launched in the first week of August, and that's going to include all of my strategies, all my written out strategies for how I do this, my inner thinking. Plus you can just @me in there and send me photos and kind of like run through processes, our data studies, our tools. That's the best place to be if you want to like get this all out of a video and really get it all down. But I hope this helped you guys out. Essentially, it's rug pull and rotate until you get elite recruiter. Once you get elite recruiter, you can use I use a hybrid approach now. Once I have like elite recruiter and I have my build, CEO, whatever I want, once I have it all filled out, then what I do is I go after my initial like 7 to 10 must-have players, like 5 stars. I fight for the big fishes that I know I can win. Then I do the rotate and rug pull on the rest of it, and that's rounding out my class. So I'll bring in like my 5 to 6 5-stars, and the rest will just be rinse and repeat. And the reason I kind of feel like that, especially this year, with manual progression or even auto, talent developing is king. Talent developing is so big this year that if you follow the build where you go talent developer tier 1 through 3, you get motivator, you get program builder, you can build up talent so well that I'm less concerned with what the player is when you get him. I'm more concerned about bringing in a lot of them, like swings at the bat. It's like the at-bat method. I'd rather have 5 at-bats than 1 at-bat, right? Kind of like getting more draft picks. I'd rather have 25 4-stars that I brought in rather than only 7 really, really solid ones on paper who could just be skill capped. I'd rather bring in 25, have this crazy talent developer tree with my coordinators, and just skyrocket all their overalls very, very quickly. So if you guys have any questions on this, let me know down below. Remember, this applies at any point in the game. Although, once you have elite recruiter and you have your roster where you want it, you can become a little more selective with I need a 97 speed guy. I need a 93 throw power guy. Do not under any circumstance have that approach coming into season 0, 1, whatever with a new team, because that is just dumb. You don't need a 94 throw power guy. You need a roster. You need elite recruiter. You need to unlock packages. That's where you're going with it. And again, I think I'm going to finish top 5 here, and that's with a super delayed start. And it could have been even better because I missed out in that first 3 to 4 weeks, which is like the first recruiting cycle. I technically started when people could have reg pulled already. And this is a league full of, 32 guys, bunch of people here. They could have utilized the method against me too. But if you're in a league that's more unaware and is a pretty competitive league, I think it'll help you guys a lot. Any questions on the strategy method, do visits apply here? I do sneak visits in if I need them. Obviously, with a method where you're focusing on strict efficiency, it's like you kind of don't want to waste 50 points on a visit or 40 points. That's why for me, I tried to only utilize visits that were, so like 30 points, I wouldn't have done it. Because for 30 points, I can just go find another unrecruited 4-star. I was only doing visits if it was like a 10-point visit and I was far enough in the fight where it's like, I don't want to lose him and waste him now. But you just do that on repeat. Biggest thing to take away from this, don't get distracted. You know how many times I've done this and then like I miss an advance or I forget to get on and I lose a guy? Don't get distracted. Every single week, every time you can, just jump on the game at every advance and just check out, okay, oh, Miami jumped in. I've rug pulled in the past and forgot to check, and Miami and Oregon both could jump in and they could then catch up on me. So check, and if you see it, throw the 50 back there and then see who else you could rug pull. Like right here, need to finish that week out. I technically could maybe get away with taking the points off for 1 week here if I need to emergency give someone a visit, and so on and so forth. Just keep rotating. Be vigilant. Don't forget. Don't lose track. Don't lose focus of what you're doing. But guys, that's basically it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the best way, and this applies for if you're in a small star only league. I know what you're saying. I'm a small school, it doesn't work. If you're only going against other small schools and you utilize a strategy, you'll beat them. If you're only in a big league school, and that's what I always try to emphasize to people. They're like, oh, you're a big school. If you were doing a small school, it wouldn't work. Wrong. Because if you're in a small school league, everyone else has bad recruiting prowess and bad pipelines. So if you choose the right team based on our information on PoodleCFB.com, if you know what you're doing and you follow the strategy, you will still have gains over everyone else in your league because you're doing it on the same level as them, but you're doing it from a more educated standpoint. If you're a big school and everyone else is big schools, you will beat the big schools. Now, if you're in a league where you chose a 1-star school and they're allowed to choose 5-star schools, that's kind of on you. Yes, it will be tougher, but similar to me, people have Ohio State, they have Georgia, they have Bama. They are going to out-recruit USC, but if you follow my strategy, as you see, I can still out-recruit the big schools or keep it close even with the delay. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you don't understand it, comment down below for some more any questions you guys have. And of course, check out the guide. Check out PoodleCFB.com. Use code FLASH with a capital F to get $65 off the annual plan, or code FLASH 2025 capital F to get $7 off the monthly plan. Best deal of the year. You're grandfathered in. Lock yourself into the best community and some of the best information on the internet. Take advantage, guys. Over 1,000 active members. Come join the best space in the CFB Dynasty community. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.